Stunning. Alright, what we talking about today, guys? We talking about these stabilizer bar ends, right? We're gonna change them out. And as you can see, I already got that one loose. Right, what you're gonna be using, you're gonna be using a 10mm and a 21mm. Right? And the 10mm is going to go on this end right here. Right on the tip. Because what's happening is you're gonna need that. Put that tip on the end there, so when you screw that bolt, it doesn't spin. Right? And use your 21mm. You're gonna take your open end and put it on there like this, and you're just gonna ratchet that. So what's happening is you're using this 10mm as leverage against your what is that, the lower control arm, right? Because what happens is it's designed for this to spin, so this bolt don't come off and you lose control of the vehicle, right? Because this is your sway bar right here. All right, so when you turn this right here, once it get tightened on here, this right here spins, so this nut don't come off. So you're gonna put this on here, and you see how the whole thing is spinning, and that bolt won't come off. So you're gonna need to put that on there to lock in on that, so you can spin this nut, right? So it's independent, because the bolt is not spinning, that's going through there. So you're using this to take the bolt off. In that case, it keeps it from spinning. You take it off, and this will come off here easily. Right? And of course, you're going to use some penetrating fluid, which I got right there. You're going to use a hammer, because when you put this on here, it's going to be kind of tight. It's going, well, it might be kind of like rusted on there or whatever from being on there so long. So you're going to need this on here, and take the hammer and just beat on it, which I'm going to show you what I mean by that. I'm going to do the top part in real time. Let me see. Let me turn that back around. So I'm going to put this on here. Let me see where I'm at right there. I already sprayed with penetrating fluid. Remember that this wrench needs to be able to lock on to something. I'm gonna have to wait till I spin it. It's already loose. No, it's not. Hold on, let me get my camera tripod stunner. And like that, we're back. All right, like I was saying, you got your 10mm wrench on there, keep this whole thing from spinning, and you got your 21mm. All right, you can put the closed end on there or the open end, it doesn't matter, you'll figure it out. And it's so you don't have to worry about stripping it, because the new sway bar end link it comes with a bolt. That's on there pretty good. So let me see. Put this back on first. Put this one on here. Keep it from spinning. Yes, it's not complicated at all, guys. Real easy. Just a little issue. I might better just. There we go. It's coming. go. Now it's coming off of there. Right? And what I did fail to mention, guys, make sure you have, take this over here. Make sure you have a jack up underneath your control arm, right? Got the jack pressed up against the control arm, because what that does is it pushes your control arm up and down, because you're going to need to get pressure off of that so you could pull this out of here. See, it'll come just out just like that. When I jack it up, you will see that move. See the control arm moving, the whole thing? So you can just pull this out. It comes out. So when you put the new one back in and you get the bolts on there, you jack it, you lower it back down. You can get that pressure off of there. Stay tuned, stunner. Alright, here we go. Now we're putting a new one in, right? Remember I told you you're gonna have new bolts, new nuts, so you don't have to worry about stripping the old one, taking it out. And now you gotta remember how it was in there, right? Because you got one end going that way and the other one going this way. So obviously this is gonna go straight in, because this is the top and this is the bottom. So you're simply going to, first of all, you're going to remove your nuts off the end. And you're simply going to slide the bottom in there. And watch your cables. It don't matter if you put the top one in first or the bottom one in first. Right? Because this pivots. The way it connects at the joint, it pivots, right? You see I'm bending it, I can move it and just how I need to. And you're just going to push it through, making sure where it can slide through that hole. And again, you're going to adjust your jack down at the bottom to help facilitate with your situation here. And you're going to use some thread lock. I got my thread lock right here. And you're going to put that on the threads of your sway bar end links, to make sure, even though it's designed not to come off of there, but that's going to help keep that nut and locked in there so it don't spin from vibration from your wheels when you're going down the road. You don't need that much, just a little bit on there. I should have put it on there before I stuck it in there, but you're going to put it on the inner part of it, right? That's where the bolt is going to lock in at. Well, actually, it's going to be right here. You're going to do that to both sides, both threads, on the top and the bottom. Right? I done did the other side, I just dabbed it. So I'm going to put this up. Then I'm going to put my bolt, put my nut on there and hand tighten it. Take my other bolt and put it on the bottom and hand tighten it. Because remember, the tighter it gets, the more this nut, this tip right here is going to spin. So right now you just want to make sure that this is flush on here and it's seated down in there. Again, you're going to take your 21mm and try to a minute. Actually, I need a 22 millimeter. Because on these new sway bar end links, they're a little bit bigger. The one that came with is a little bit bigger, so I'm gonna just hand tighten it on here until that end right here starts to spin. When that starts to spin, then that means I gotta go with the 10 millimeter on here, but it's not doing that just yet. We'll go ahead and put it on there. So when it does spin, I'll be ready for it. Right. I feel it's starting to spin, so it's tightening up. I don't know what the torque specs is on this. I didn't torque the one side, so I'm not going to torque this side, because like I said, where the end of it is designed not to spin. So once you lock it on there and get it pretty good and tight, I don't think you have nothing to worry about. Because before that nut comes off of here, the whole thing is spinning, which would prevent it from coming off of here in the first place. So I don't think we got to worry about that. And this, by the way, is a Metrix. Alright. So you can see, see, I got it on there good. I just got to tighten it down, but you see that's flush against there. You want to make sure that's flush against there. So all I got to do is the top, and I'll be done. And of course, guys, anytime you're changing out your sway bar end links or your tie rods, which is what I did here. I did the tie rod too, which I don't know if I should do a video on that, but tie rods are easy too. Tie rod is not complicated at all. You want to go and get your wheels balanced, because it will throw off your alignment. So you want to go get your wheel alignment every time you replace your anything with your suspension. You're gonna go and get a new wheel alignment, and that's how you do. See, I got my caliper primed, got my rotor primed, which of course, like I said, I'm gonna take these off and put some drill rotors on. But that's how you do your sway bar end links, stabilizer bar sway end links on your 2008 Dodge Daytona RT, Daytona Super Stunner.